Hey guys, what's up? Restorods. Today I want to talk about if you plan on becoming a tech, specifically a hot rod, classic car, restoration, street rod, rat rod. I could go on and on about all these different genres of vehicles, if you will. But for all of those, you're going to need this particular setup of tools as a basic set to start out with. Maybe with the exception of restoration work, um, a few items anyway. Um, so we're going to go drawer by drawer, and I'm going to kind of show you what you're going to want to have right off the bat that will pretty well cover you. So let's take a look. Okay, so first drawer is obviously, you guys know, is my socket drawer. Socket and ratchet drawer. In the hot rod world, we do not use a lot of half-inch stuff. And that pretty well goes throughout, most lightweight tech stuff. With the exception of the occasional Pitman arm nut, you pretty well 1 inch is as big as you need to go. So to start out with, I would buy impact sockets. Gray pneumatic set up to 1 inch. I rarely use anything 3/8 under, say 3/8 really. Honestly, I could do without these 3 sockets. So first thing is to get a good full set of 3/8 deep and shallow sockets up to 1 inch. Now, obviously with all these older cars, the majority of everything is going to be SAE, but when you get into doing swaps, okay, you're also going to need metric stuff. And if you're into that part of the industry and you're doing a lot of swaps, I would also suggest getting a full set of 3/8 deep and shallow metric. This set only goes to 22. I know you can go up to 24 in a few of the manufacturers, but 22 has lasted me pretty well. Obvious, same deal with 1/4 inch. I get a good set of 1/4 inch. Most of the time you're only going to go up to 15 and 9/16. That will get you going. Obviously, you guys know I've got up to 15 or up to 5/8 and 16 mil in my chrome stuff. But as far as sockets go, guys, that'll get you going and it'll get you a long way. Okay. If you're doing a lot of swaps, you need to get an O2 socket. And basically, that's like the only specialty socket I can tell you to get, obviously, other than a set of spark plug sockets, which you'd have here. Any basic set would be fine to start out with. Ratchets. Let's talk about ratchets, okay? I don't want to say, if you're a young guy and you're trying to finance your tools and you get on a tool truck, dude, I have no problem with that. I'm not going to tell you not to do that because that gets your foot in the door. But if you're wanting to kind of budget, okay, and get a ratchet that can pretty well do everything and be really versatile, I'd suggest a 3/8 swivel head and a 1/4 inch swivel head because they're going to do the majority of what you need. Okay, you can use them as a nut driver, as a flex head, as a regular ratchet. They're hard to beat as far as universal use. Okay, you're going to need a good bit set as well. Maybe not one this big, but just a good universal bit set. You're going to run into a lot of Phillips fasteners, trim screws, things like that. Obviously, just a good regular old set of, I would suggest a set of these Wobble Plus extension in 3/8 and 1/4 because they cover you in the event of a wobble or a straight. And I think that pretty well takes care of the top drawer. Next drawer down, okay, I would suggest starting out, wrenches are kind of difficult. I'd suggest getting a full set of up to 24 millimeter and up to 1 inch ratcheting wrenches, whatever flavor you like. If you get flex head up that big, dude, you got it made, and they're going to be with you forever. You obviously need a set of backups for when you're double wrenching, but that's up to you. Wait a minute. You also need a good set of crescent wrenches. Honestly, guys, I use mine a lot. Next drawer, screwdriver drawer. Okay, this set, this 8-piece set is perfect for a guy starting out. It's got stubbies in it. It's got 3 of each. This is perfect, okay? Obviously, Snap-on makes 12-piece set, but the 8-piece set is perfect. You can obviously find this in other brands, but a set like this is great. Another thing you'll want to have is something like these, okay? Precision screwdrivers. You're going to use them a lot. You're also going to need a set of small picks. You're going to use them a lot. Also a pry bar set. Pry bars are over there. That'll pretty well get you going. If you decide that you want to pick up one radiator hose pick, just pick up something like that or like that. Okay, obviously these are more expensive, but you know, that's up to you. Next drawer down, electrical stuff. Okay, set of these, both of these, okay, and those, or okay, you have to have these. There's just no ifs, ands, or buts about it. You can probably get away with just this set, and a lot of people make similar things. These, and an automatic set of automatic set of crimpers, like I've got here. My shit's all messed up. Sorry, guys. So an auto set like that. This set is great, particularly because it's got a spark plug terminal crimper in it. That's basically all I use it for. So keep an eye on that. A good set of terminal tools helps. They make the small Lyle universal ones that are round. Those are great for guys starting out. You need a torch, and you could probably pretty well get through with that. Next drawer down, you gotta have Allens when you're in this industry. Not so much Torx, but you gotta have Allens, because Allens are a big thing in this industry, aside from restoration work. So T-handles, especially, you know, Harbor Freight sells T-handles. A set of T-handles and a regular set. Okay, I suggest a set of T-handles in metric and standard, and then a set of ball tip L's in metric and standard, and that'll pretty well cover you. If you want to get a set of 1/4-inch drive bits or something, great. If you want a real universal kit that'll pretty well cover you anywhere, this is a great kit. MS450, awesome kit. If you wanted to ditch all the rest of this and just do that kit, you could get by with it. Next drawer, okay, hammers. Let's talk about hammers, okay. In this industry, you are gonna majority of the time be using a smaller, like this 8-ounce ball peen, or a 24-ounce ball peen, and that's pretty well gonna cover you on the ball peens. You will need a dead blow. I would suggest like a 48-ounce dead blow, and maybe like a 3-pound sledge. If you just got money for a couple of them, just do a 24-ounce ball peen and maybe one dead blow. You can borrow the 3-pound sledge because you're not going to use it as much, but that's what I would suggest. Now, as far as pliers go, if you can get up on like a nice 10-piece set of, you need a mini set of dikes for all your zip ties or flush cuts, you know, a pair of pliers, needle nose, channel locks, you know what I mean, Nip-X, those are nice, but you don't have to have them. You're going to need a set of spark plug boot removers. You're going to be on and off a lot. I use them a lot. But, I mean, pliers are one of those deals where so many people make them and they're so cheap. You know, it's not a big deal. Okay. Power drawer. Here's what I suggest if you're starting tech, okay? And a lot of people make these, and they make them. Mine is actually in my truck right now, but they make this in a 20-volt version, quarter drive, okay? And then you can get these, okay, quarter, 3/8, and half, right? And for just a speed gun or a quick impact, that's going to be the most universal thing to start out with as a new tech, and it's going to get you the most work done. Like I'm saying, in a 20-volt, really going to get the most work done, but if all you can afford is a 12, it's no slouch, okay? You don't necessarily need an electric ratchet to start out with, but it is definitely handy. But that gun or the 20-volt version is so universal, guys. You're also going to need a really nice drill starting out because you're going to do a lot of drilling in the hot rod, street rod, rat rod, blah, 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 blah world. You're also going to need a heat gun. Now that can be cordless or corded. You're going to do a lot of heat shrink if you're doing electrical work. And that's pretty well all you need there. Next, you got to have a multimeter. Okay, you don't need a whole bunch of fancy shit. You just need a multimeter. You can get by with that. You're also going to need a spark tester. When you're working on hot rods and street rods, a lot of times the industry is not specialized. Okay, one guy is doing a lot of different stuff, with the exception of fab, body, and paint. Okay, not one guy is just diagging. Okay, he's doing other stuff. So you kind of need to be a little bit universal with what you've got. So like I said, multimeter, spark tester, or a power probe. A power probe will get you a long way too. I would almost suggest a power probe over a multimeter, but it's personal preference, honestly. You're also going to need a temp gun, infrared temp gun. You're going to use them a lot, first fire ups, etc. You're going to need a Sharpie, obviously. You're going to use Sharpies a lot. Keep a notepad around. A good set of files, because if you're in the hot rod, street rod, rat rod world, you're going to be doing a lot of little bracket fabrication, a good combination square, a set of dial calipers, and a punch, auto punch. You're going to be doing a lot of little fab and, you know, mounting little stuff, mounting modules, yada, yada, yada. And you're going to need that stuff. If you're kind of into the fab work a little bit more, everything in this drawer plus everything else that I've got for fab stuff was not bad to do. I do a lot of fab work. Drilling and drawer, junk drawer. Okay, let's talk about bits. This bit set, this 21-piece stubby bit set has become my new favorite bit set. I use it for everything. Guys, I have almost stopped using my 29-piece sets. They go up to half because I very rarely use half-inch bits. Anything above 3/8 actually. You're going to need a good set of burr bits. You're going to use them a lot. Okay, so a set of burr bits and a good set of drill bits. Your preference. Let's move on. Well, I take that back, okay? Get a couple of step bits as well. Okay, so a lot of times you'll find them in a kit where they'll go up to 3/4 or 7/8 and then up to half, these little guys, little 2-piece kits. Those will get you a long way in this industry as well. Good set of gloves too. Okay, tap and die set. If your shop doesn't have the tap and die set, dude, you gotta have a tap and die set. Working on all this old stuff, a lot of times stuff that's been painted, it's got junk in the. You gotta have a tap and die set, or a wreath rig kit. I'd suggest a tap and die set because it's more universal, but gotta have a tap and die set. All the specialty stuff, I mean, a lot of times the shop you're in will have it, so I'm not going to tell you guys to go that route yet. Let's move over here to air tools. Okay, I get it. Everyone's going to electrical, but here's the deal. the die grinders, the 1/4 inch 90-degree die grinders and the straights and the new electrical stuff, it's great. From what I understand, I haven't used any of it yet, but I find it really hard that any of that stuff will ever be as compact as these. Okay. Air's always going to be around. Okay. It is, because you're not going to carry around a fucking compressor so you can use your blowgun. Okay. Battery powered compressor so you can use your blowgun. Air is always going to be around. You're always going to have a blowgun in the shop. So I suggest a good straight and 90-degree or 135, whatever it is, set of die grinders. They could be cheap, expensive, whatever it may be. You're going to use them a lot, even if you're not in fab, for cleaning stuff, making brackets, etc., etc. You're also going to need a good body saw. I've got 2 of them here. I've got a big gear driven and a gearless. So just a decent body saw. You're going to use it a lot. You know, if you stumble upon a good 90-degree drill, go for it. You know, you're not going to regret it. Also, obviously these verse as a cutoff wheel if you're using a mandrel. So just heads up there. The rest of that is junk. Other things you're going to need: a good set of safety glasses, hearing protection, and a blowgun. You're going to use blowguns a lot. A good set of lights, okay? Maybe a small pocket flashlight and a bigger light. At least 2 lights, I would suggest, myself personally, to start out with. So, let's talk about toolboxes. Guys, if you're starting out, you want to go with a Craftsman or a Harbor Freight or whatever, dude, don't feel inclined that you got to have a big box starting out. I know it's a status thing in a lot of shops, but look, guys, I started out with some little boxes. The box that I had before my Matco box was a 41-inch or 44-inch, I don't remember, stainless double stack Craftsman, and that box lasted me years and years, and it did so good for me. I outgrew it, or I would have kept it, and I kind of wish I would have kept it for my house now. But whatever you guys want to do there, you're going to need a good creeper as well. Guys, when you're starting out, ask people what you need. You'll learn quickly what you need and what you don't need. But ask people, ask your peers, hey, what do I need? What do you suggest? And go from there, guys. So anyway, I appreciate you guys watching. Restorods out. I gotta go fix my truck. Deuces, guys. Please like, comment, subscribe. Please subscribe. Please subscribe. Anyway, guys, I appreciate it. Later.